women's singles final action. Please welcome to Rod Laver Arena, from Kazakhstan, Elena Rybakina. And her opponent, Aryna Sabalenka.
Tremendous applause for two of the best players here in the women's game. The world number one, Aryna Sabalenka, has been irresistible all tournament long. She has dominated Rod Laver Arena, and she is just getting better. Just 26 years of age is this young lady, Elena Rybakina, also equally as impressive at this year's championships. And really, Chandra, over the last 6 months, she has looked unstoppable.
It's been incredible how Elena Rybakina has put herself right back in the conversation. She's a major champion, so she has always been dangerous. She's always had the game to contend for any title, but she went a little quiet for a while. But the second half of last season, a completely different Rybakina.
Easy for me, blue from the towel, white for the towel. Any questions? No, all good? Grace, who would you like to ask? Asking that side, and what's the question? AO is the call. And it's AO. Serving. Finally, Grace in the middle facing this way.
Let's give a round of applause to Grace.
Wonderful that the hotshot kids here down under at Australia get to do the coin toss, and it is Aryna Sabalenka who has won the toss and showed no hesitation whatsoever, Chanda, and has elected to serve.
It's a mindset, and we talk about these being two big hitters, big serves. That's the weapon for both players, and if you can get that early hold and get out in front, that could be a real advantage down the stretch in that first set.
All right, Elena Rybakina, it was a brilliant end to 2025. She won 3 titles. As we take a look at her current ranking, world number 5, and with this result coming in here, irrespective if she wins or loses tonight, will be automatically up to world number 3. 11 career singles titles, and littered amongst that is the big one. That's a Wimbledon championship that she has won back in 2022. And a finalist here in 2023, where she did lose to Sabalenka.
And it was an epic final. I mean, we were all enthralled. It looked for a moment like Rybakina was going to turn the tables and maybe come away with the victory. But you look at her road to this final, and like Sabalenka hasn't dropped a set. It's the way she's worked through these matches, especially that last one against Pegula, which got tricky, Josh, in that second set.
Very, very tricky. A few nervous moments. Not so nervous moments for this young lady, Aryna Sabalenka, currently the world number 1. She's been there for 75 weeks and 22 career singles titles, and just seems to be getting better with age. And as you look at her Australian Open history, she is very difficult to beat here on Rod Laver Arena.
Yeah, very few players have gotten to 4 consecutive Australian Open finals, and Aryna Sabalenka has put herself in the history books with that. She, as we mentioned, has not dropped a set, and against a player in Alina Svitolina who was playing so well, she made it look very routine. She's playing some good tennis.
So as you can see, the roof is closed here on Rod Laver Arena tonight. And
2 minutes.
Not so sure. Does that favour a player, do you think, Chanda?
I initially thought it might favor Sabalenka, you know, with conditions being regulated. She has a little less margin, hits a little bit flatter. Of course, she leads the series 8-6. They are playing for a 15th time. I mean, it is absurd, the numbers between these two. But although I thought maybe initially it might favor Sabalenka for those reasons, remember, Elena Rybakina won their last meeting indoors. It was at the WTA Finals in Riyadh, and she's got to be drawing some confidence from that last victory.
Yeah, let's hope so for her sake. So some of the legends of our sport, Martina Navratilova. Great to have her alongside Angie Kerber, who won it back in 2016, where she famously defeated Serena Williams. What a match that was. So great to have the legends of our sport here for this women's final. It's a big evening tonight. So much anticipation around the grounds. And it's fair to say, depending on who you ask in the player lounge, whether it's the players, coaches, commentators, it is pretty evenly split for this one.
Yeah, I mean, this is 50-50. It's tough to call, and we'll see who gets off to the better start.
So just about set tonight here for the women's final here at the 2026 Australian Open. Women's final promises to be a great match. The Daphne Ackhurst Memorial Cup. And both of these young ladies yet to drop a set through to this year's championships, both in just such sparkling form everywhere you look, whether it's the serve, the return, or finishing at the net.
With the best of 3 tiebreak sets.
They have both looked unstoppable.
It's interesting when you look at the strengths of their games, and pretty similar, I would say. For Rybakina, it's the forehand, the backhand. For Sabalenka, it's the forehand. So there's going to be some push and pull there. And on the serve, obviously both big servers. Rybakina, the slightly bigger server. Can she get enough first serves in to not get herself in trouble? And then, of course, Josh, second serve returns. That is an opportunity for both players. They've been taking advantage all tournament long, but they also are hands above the field in terms of winning points behind their second serve. So something's got to give.
All right, we are set here. It is a full house. There's a buzz around the grounds here. Highly anticipated women's final. It is Aryna Sabalenka, the world #1, to serve.
Aryna Sabalenka to serve. Ready, play.